All right, good morning. So this is going to kick off the next week of 95 and 185. It's Saturday, May the 11th, and what we have planned for today is some light throwing, conditioning, and mobility. To end off last week, what did we have? We had a lower body lift, we had a sub-max velo day, we'll call it. It's where we pulled down 91. We are cycling carnivore as well, and we're at 187 body weight today, feeling pretty good. Strength had not taken a dip as of yesterday. Little bit sore, just in the lower body from the lift, and the upper body, you know. Had 2 New York strips for dinner last night that were immaculate. I will clip them here. And yeah, we're feeling good heading into the weekend, 187. That's a new low based on this series. And so what we have planned for today, throwing wise, we're probably going to throw from our ass, our knees, and then do a couple different drill variations that I'll walk you guys through. And then we're gonna go through some mobility that I may or may not film. I'm gonna probably do that at the commercial gym just because there's a session coming in here. But it's 6:30 a.m. right now, so we're gonna try and get it in, get it out, nice and smooth, nice and quick. So we'll do a little warm up, a little dyno, get into some throwing, should be out of here by 7 o'clock. Not a ton of throws, gonna be wearing the volume wristband just to monitor that, whoa. And then we will go from there, but this kicks off the next week, and we'll kind of talk through some of the, that means I have to finish next week as well. So I'm gonna, you know exactly what the fuck is going on. Besides the fact that these guys are paving the parking lot here, it's velo day. It's pull down day. The sun is shining for the first time in what feels like weeks. It's about 65. Couldn't ask for a better frickin' day. We're gonna wear the cutoff there. We're gonna rip the cutoff off at some point, then we're gonna get a little upper body lift in and just enjoy being alive. And then we're gonna eat some sweet potatoes and some beef afterwards. I mean, what could you ask for? Could you ask for a better day? Could you ask for a better day? Body weight this morning was 196 because we had some fun this weekend. It's a hell of a lot better than waking up at 193 a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I think it was a week ago, which is crazy. So that means that averaging out, we're at about 189, 188. No, less than that, like 188. So this week we're gonna get down to 186, 185 next week. But we're feeling pretty darn good. So with that being said, I'm gonna show you Eli because he looks so cute right now laying in the sun before I cut this off. But we'll meet you at the field. So here we go, hold on. Look at that sweet boy, oh my God. Where else would you rather be? Where else would you rather be than right here? I don't know if I'm recording in 4K or not, but it's okay. So, protocol, little band warm up. Oh, you hear that crack? Nice. And then a little dynamic, and then we throw. Okay. Exclusive piece of the warm-up that the elites don't want you to know about is jogging up to the porta potty to take a piss and then jogging back. So, oh, feel better. That was needed. Where's this? Okay, so we are about 24 throws in, and we're at about 60 yards. Probably a little bit further actually, because we're throwing to the net behind. But we're gonna go out of the abbreviated 10 toes, and then just kind of max that out. So we'll be right here. So that was a one hop right there. Go full arm action. Now, probably at about 70, 80. Gonna try that zombie variation, see how it feels. That was an easy one hop. That feels buttery, man. That feels real buttery. See what happened there? Stab. Just gotta pull it straight back. And anytime you extend the arms out, that's what's gonna happen, is you run that risk. Yeah, that was the best one. Just gotta be quicker with the arm action, I guess. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't let the wind knock you over. Don't let the wind knock you over. Okay, we're good at least for this next throw, and then I'll lower you. I might go over. Something to play around with. If we start to incorporate the lower half with that, so for right here, boom. Then we do the same with the shorter arm action. It's actually about the same distance. One was just more on a line. Could have been the ball too, or the shortened rest period. Do one more time. Yeah, that one, base of the wall. Nope. Nope. So we're gonna go left and then throw. Oh, swallowed something. I don't know what it is. Let's try that one more time, because that felt pretty good. We got some kind of team here. There's two girls walking behind the fence, so if I throw the ball, it'll look like I'm throwing the ball at them, but I'm not. I'm just trying to throw to the fence. But they're moving at a fucking snail's pace. Which, perspective's everything. They're giving me a period to rest, so I appreciate them. All right, here we go. Easy and good. We'll do a couple more of those. Ah, fuck. We got company. We got company here.
"92 miles per hour. 92 miles per hour. 93 miles per hour. 93 miles per. 93 miles per. 91 miles per. 94 miles per hour. 94 miles per hour. 94 miles per hour. 95 miles per hour. 95 miles per hour. 96 miles per hour. 93 miles per hour.
Immediate thoughts. That was fucking awesome. That was fucking dope. It usually That's, that's my hardest pull down in 3 years with a 5 ounce. Well, I didn't ever pull down with like 4 ounce or 3 ounce or anything like that, but that was my hardest pull down since 2021, so 3 years. I was a little worried at the beginning. I'll overlay some clips here, but I was doing like the spinny kind of throws, which I'm kind of excited to look at. Got up to 92 with those. I was like, oh, like those felt easy. Okay. And then I started doing turn and burns, and I was like 93, 93, 93. I was like, fuck, like freaking out. Like not freaking out, but just thinking like, man, this might not be it. I might have ramped up too fast or too much warm up or whatever. And then just kind of like took a second, took some water, found another gear, decided to kind of slow down like the actual running portion a little bit just to make sure I wasn't overextending. 94, 94, 94, hit it like 5 or 6 times. Again, I was like, fuck, it's right there. It's right there. And took another break, came back, 95, 95, 95, 95. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 times. And then finally I was like, all right, like it's in there. Like I feel like I could hit a 7 today. And hit a 6, which apparently I hit a couple weeks ago with the band, but it wasn't confirmed. And I was also like 93, 93, 93, 93, 96. So there wasn't that climb, Today we actually had the climb, so I can pretty confidently say that was what it was. Yeah, 2 mile an hour PR during this period here. So we're feeling pretty fucking good about it. Sun's shining. We're smiling. Let's go get a fucking workout in. Upper body. I'll take you along for some of it. Why not? All right. So, now that we've got more time to reflect, we just got done the lift. Did some upper body. Didn't get any clips because lifting at the commercial gym is very difficult, and I had people talking to me, which is not a bad thing, but it's just hard to like set up the phone and I'm making excuses, and I apologize. It won't happen again. I will make sure next time that I record the clips. So we got lunch. I need to add some OJ here, juice, Whole Foods, pulp free. Damn, fuck. Still got 900 calories left in the day, but we worked our tail off today, so we got a little bit more, but we're gonna try and keep it under. So we got 2 eggs, sweet potato, 185 grams of beef, some butter that I cooked it in, obviously. Did I say sweet potatoes already? We got starchy carbs back in the mix. I had that liver that's still in my hands, unfortunately. I posted on my Instagram story for those who didn't hear, but 58 grams of protein, 46 grams of carbs, 35 grams of fat. So we're going back to the starchy carbs this week just to see how I respond. If we need to go back to exclusively honey, we can, but I think this will help. Yeah, already kind of gave the rundown on the day as far as like velocity and stuff. And I'm sure I'll have more thoughts later, and if I do, I'll make sure I turn this back on and talk about it. But right now I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna eat this. Last thing I'll say about nutrition, actually. I'm gonna try this thing where I basically just like eat everything out of the fridge before I have to go to the store. So like all the proteins have to go. I'm getting rid of the pasta. The pasta's gonna go. It's chickpea pasta, I don't want it. All the tuna, all the chicken, all the beef, all the Greek yogurt, all the milk, all the OJ, all the potatoes has to go before I go to the store again. So we'll see how that goes. But for right now, I'm gonna make this food on this plate disappear. And then maybe what I'll do is turn the camera back on and we'll talk some more. This would be a great kickoff to week 4 with a little PR. We're gonna flex to the lower body lift tomorrow. Talk about that a little bit, maybe show you some of the mobility stuff that I'll be doing as well. But feeling really damn good, you know? Did some throwing and, sorry, Eli distracted me. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Not much else to it. Just gotta keep climbing, stay consistent. Body weight was 190.4 this morning. So that should go down by tomorrow, but that's just from the weekend, eating everything in sight. And yeah, should be about 185 next week at some point, towards the end of next week, which would be pretty sweet. So we're in a good spot. Things are going good, and we'll check in tomorrow. Let's go through my lower body day while I'm trying to throw 95 miles an hour at 185 pounds. First thing we're gonna do is get the ankles and the calves warmed up with some low intent plyos, moving in both directions, adding in some single leg hops forward and backward here. And then we're gonna get into some sprints, starting at about 50%, just gradually working my way up to about 90% on this specific day. Then we got into some pistol squats with a heel elevation. My left leg is significantly stronger than my right with those. Then we got sets of 3 on back squat, and listen to me push the air out of my belly here. So nice little balloon impression, and we got up to 345 with these. And then we got into some Nordics on the GHD, adding resistance by moving my feet closer to the pads. So make sure you follow me for more of these workouts during this series. Good morning, per usual. It is Wednesday, May 15th. Today's plan is to do a mobility / cardio day with a light throw beforehand. So we're going to head to the facility because it's raining outside. I feel like it's been raining every freaking day in the month of May, which is annoying. But then we're going to head to, we'll head to the gym to do cardio, but we're probably going to do the majority of the mobility stuff at the facility for filming purposes. That's to be determined, though. There's a chance that I might go to the gym to film that stuff. But body's feeling pretty good. We've gotten 7.5 hours and 8 hours back-to-back days as far as sleep is concerned, and hopefully I'm still in the shot here. Does that make it better or worse? Sound like my eye doctor. And so we're gonna do that. Body's feeling pretty good. Did some barefoot jogging yesterday to finish out the leg day, and the calves are cooked. I don't even say barefoot, I say ball of foot dominant because it wasn't barefoot, I was wearing my Tolos. So just 0 drop, no heel. So we're going to take you along for it. We're gonna take along for the throw. I'll bring the camera here, and if I wanna film some stuff and do a little chatting, I will. There's a couple of kind of drill progressions I'm probably gonna try. And let's get bendy today. Let's get bendy and burn a lot of cows. Body weight's 189, by the way. I added back in starchy carbs, so I'm retaining some water. So that number is gonna plummet here in the next 3 to 4 days. So we're kind of hanging out in that 187, 190 range. And then heading to the beach in a week from Friday. So 9 days. So we're gonna do a little water drop here. Good day, young Padawan or Padaweens, whichever you prefer to call yourself. Today is Thursday, May 16th, at about 11:20 a.m. So this is 2 days, 2 full days after, well, technically 3, after pulling down 96. So we did a no throw day on Tuesday. We did a light throw day, very light yesterday because the arm was definitely telling me to chill a little bit. So we made 40 throws of wall ball at about a 5 RPE. And then today we're going to get outside and we're going to long toss and probably get off the mound, because I think I'm going to have to be off the mound on Sunday. With that only being 2 days away, we'll probably keep volume pretty light. I'm going to try and keep it between 60 to 80 total throws. So you're looking at like 50 to 60 throws in long toss and then maybe 15 off the mound. No pull downs, nothing crazy. And then we're supposed to have 2 games next week. So as far as velocity is concerned, it's going to be, we're going to have to kind of see like when we're going to test again. But that is the approach that we will take here. And then after throwing, we're going to get a lift in. It's only going to take about 60 minutes, hopefully. So you factor in 60 minutes to throw, plus travel time's about a half hour, 60 minutes to lift. You're looking at about 2.5, 3 hours today, with some mobility thrown in there, so probably about another 30 minutes. So that comes out to 3 hours, 3.5. My math is so messed up, but then I'm probably going to take him to the park. You see his ears pop up right there? Oh, that was funny. And then just to let him run. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on my pie, and it's been a while. Still deciding on the timing. What I might do is throw and then come back and do some work and then go back to lift later tonight. But I'm unsure. I'm unsure of that as of right now. I'm thinking that might be the play. But we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. And I think that's what we're going to do. So, yeah. I'll make sure I film with the phone and then add those clips into here. And I'm also, like I said, going to be better about filming the upper body lifts as well to put in here. So I'll make sure I account for those. And as soon as this cute little boy decides to move, I'll turn the camera off. Whoa! 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 That's a waggy tail, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a waggy tail you have. What a waggy tail you have. Oh my goodness gracious. Damn, boy is shaking that thing. Boy is shaking that thing. Damn, boy. All right. Very briefly, I want to talk about the allocation of training time, resources, energy, because originally the plan was to go to the other field, long toss, full dynamic warm up. After tossing, come over to this field, hop on the mound. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. The camera might fall over because of the wind. To say that we're battling today would be an understatement. We just got to haul all the equipment over here, and based on timing, because unfortunately I don't have the free reign to a place to where they have, you know, radars already set up and everything. We have to pull everything outside. We do have that sometimes, but we got to pull everything inside there too. So we're pulling everything outside here. And what we're going to do is set up the 9 pocket there And we're going to do most of our throwing off the mound today because that's what's going to be required of myself on Sunday. And so as far as training allocation here, we are looking to allocate our focus towards what is going to be required of us. Is that a hard concept to pick up on? Apparently it is, because most guys that talk to me and continuously struggle to find progress in whatever they're trying to progress with, their focus is on things that don't actually contribute to the goal. Examples: guy throwing slow who is getting hit and can't figure out why he's getting hit is asking me about red light therapy, cold plunges, and saunas. We need to direct our focus towards things that are going to move the needle. Same idea. Guy who is weak, moves like shit, and is terrible at the skill of throwing and is having pain is asking me about physical comps, is asking me about movement solutions, is asking me about if doing X, Y, and Z is a good idea. Like, brother, throw more often. Eat protein, sleep well, stop stressing yourself out. You know, let's take care of the basics before we dive into the nuance here, okay? And so what I'm going to be doing, by way of modeling the ethos today, is focusing on what I need to focus on, which is mound work, in order to be successful on Sunday. Because like I said earlier in one of these vlogs, this ain't no hobby. We're not playing men's league just to show up. We're playing to win, okay? As a 27-year-old single guy, my livelihood, my entire mood for the week is basically, how did I do in men's league that week? It's basically like a 26-year-old finance guy, his favorite football team plays once a week. His entire week is based upon how they did the previous week. That's me for throwing. And so with a 96-mile-an-hour pull down in the back pocket here, I'm doing pretty well right now. And then the performance on Sunday is going to be an extension of that or a regression. But we're going to do a little dynamic warm-up, bands, mobility, woo-woo, get sweating a little bit, hop on the mound, try and make 60 throws, start at a low intensity, ramp up to about low 80s, I would say, show off all the pitches. We'll get in the car, we'll get an upper body lift in, we're going to go eat some ground beef, some steak, maybe not steak, but rice, eggs. All right, this whole fucking day has been a wash. I'm not even playing music in my headphones right now, but we're at about 39 throws. And 40, we'll just call it. We're gonna probably make another 20. Elbow's not feeling it at all. At all. Okay, so I forgot to give an extra to the throwing side of things. Extra? Is that a real thing? Is that how you say it? Either way, this, I decided not to lift that night. Just got beat up with some work stuff and things I had to take care of. So this is a combo lift that I did on Friday. Combo lift I did on Friday, lower and upper. I took the most important piece of the lower. Well, that was sprints up to about 80% of my max intensity right here. This is a pretty long-winded video that goes into more details of the actual training itself. I'll see how much of this I actually want to talk through. Probably not going to be everything, but I think here we dive into some hangs. Then that's the big thing with this is that I'm really trying to isolate the flexors of the forearm.
So you can see there are 3 fingers, taking off the index. And I did some of these with the index, middle, and ring attached as well to get both top and the bottom of the forearm here. So you can see me flexing and extending the fingers there. Then I went into some curtsy squats, got up to 275 on these, which I believe I highlight in the next video, perhaps. I think I show you the 275. We will find out momentarily once I rack this. Yep, there it is, 275, which I've hit before, but never at this body weight. So that's pretty exciting. Got the 3. You can see how slow and controlled I am making these reps. Now I think this slows down just a tick. At least when I'm recording the audio, it does. But you can just see how slow and controlled I'm really making the reps here. Really focusing on that eccentric portion, making sure I don't slam my knee like I did right there in the last rep, but you get the picture. Then we went into some single leg RDLs. Trying to bring the weight to the inside part of the foot was kind of the cue here to make sure that I don't like fall off to the side and get off centered. I think the body has kind of a natural tendency to want to do that, to compensate for like fascial slings and just like the way that I kind of favor more external rotation. I think that it was kind of wanting to do that, which is kind of weird, but like, again, the way that you express force, more that internally rotated position. So it's not surprising. I'm just kind of, I don't know, it's late here, but you get what I'm saying. Either way, then got into some incline shrugs here, using the straps to make sure I can load the crap out of them. Slow and controlled with those. Then we got into some incline presses with the dumbbells, making sure I really focus on stretching the chest, really getting the stretch response at the top. Noticed a lot more of a stimulus here from the chest, the upper parts of the chest when I do these, as opposed to the single arms. I get trunk and torso movement, which is okay, but I'm really trying to stimulate the chest here. And so decided to switch to the double arm or the 2-arm dumbbell variation, whatever you want to call it. I tried this curl variation and I absolutely love it because I noticed that my flexors are jacked, but like the top of my forearms are kind of weak. So I wanted to start working on the top of my forearms, and I noticed that this was a great variation for wrist extension, strength, but also just the hypertrophy of the top of the forearm. And I liked it a lot. So this was the lift, and that's pretty much it. This is the last exercise we did. As a burner, we finished it. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if the focus is broken on this or whatever, but I went back and watched the previous vlog, and to say that the video quality wasn't great would be an understatement. So apologies, I'm gonna get that figured out. As far as this week, today is Sunday, May the 19th. As promised, we're gonna try and get this uploaded by tonight. It's about 5 o'clock, a little bit before 5 o'clock. And to recap the week, it's been really great. We had the 96 pull down last Monday. All the strength numbers and parameters that we're kind of looking for went up. We got as high as 192. And this morning we woke up at 186. If that tells you anything about weight fluctuation and water retention. An interesting little curveball that we're dealing with here. My AC is broken. So we're playing a little bit of Hawaii here. It's about 78 degrees right now inside the apartment. The hope is that they can get it fixed by tomorrow. We're gonna wait for the sun to go down here and hopefully get some circulated cooler air before we go to sleep. And then tomorrow we're going to pull down again. And then we have another men's league game on Thursday. So overall, it's been a fun week. I think what I'm gonna do is make a bunch of like short form little updates daily, and then probably just create longer form updates and maybe do like a beginning and an end to the camera, just because if I'm being honest, lugging the camera around is a pain in the ass. And I don't have much to say when I'm training. I'm just training. I can talk about it after the fact. I'm switching from any other notes. I mean, I'm switching from single arm stuff on the upper body, still doing some single arm stuff, but mostly it's going to be bilateral stuff. So for example, with the incline press, we're going to do 2 dumbbells with those to get the stretch at the bottom to kind of eliminate the movement from the torso and compensating with the torso, which from a mobility perspective might be beneficial, but I'd rather just separate my mobility and my lifting right now. And then throwing wise, everything's going to stay the same up until we hit 98 with the pull down, which hopefully is coming sooner rather than later. I know better than anybody, it's hard to PR 2 weeks in a row. It's very difficult. And after I hit 96, I did a lot of pull downs that day. The elbow's been kind of like, hey, we need more time. So I think a few good nights sleep will definitely help, and took today off of throwing. Normally I'd have like a lighter intent day today. Just took it completely off. And decided that we were supposed to have a game today. That got canned. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just do the high intent day tomorrow with pull downs, long toss, the whole 9 yards. So that's what we're gonna do. Updates to come, and we'll see what body weight is in the morning, because I added back in fruit today. That's pretty much it. And mushrooms for digestion. So we're not full carny anymore. Got some carbs in our system. Crazy stuff could happen. Took a couple naps today. The heat is a great nap pusher. So anyway, I'm gonna take the memory chip out here, put it in the computer, and we'll see you guys next week. I'll probably do an intro video tomorrow before I throw. We'll intro everything and we'll go from there. But appreciate y'all following along.